Hey, I'm making this quick video to give you an idea of what I'm going to be teaching at the Auspicious Times selection course being taught at the Shivananda Yoga Ashram in May 12th and 13th. You know, this is a way for you to really take the information that you've learned in Vedic astrology and learn how to concentrate it and use it in your life every day. This is an example of a couple days ago. I'm actually recording this on April 3rd. April 1st, on Sunday night, I was preparing to write a newsletter. This is a typical way that I would use astrology and the kind of techniques that I'm going to be showing you. I was getting ready to write my newsletter, and in my email software, I can pick exactly what time it gets sent, literally, like down to the minute. It's one of the reasons that I use this software. And so by the time I went to select an auspicious time, you know, I was looking around, and I had to pick from the available times. And so, first of all, I had to know it was going to be sent on Monday, so what's good for Monday? I looked at the nakshatra, so basically my approach to just the general mood of the day was reflected in that email and in the stuff that I would be talking about. But then when it came time to actually pick the time to send it, I had to select from a range of times. And, you know, we have Saturn retrograde, Mars retrograde, Mercury retrograde. This is the kind of thing where people will say, oh, Mercury's retrograde, I shouldn't send my newsletter. Or people will way overdo it and way overstate and not keep the details clear enough and straight enough because of the little bit of astrological knowledge. And, again, this is the kind of stuff I'm going to be untangling in the workshop, but what I did is I found an auspicious time, and it actually was a little bit counterintuitive to what I might have said, because it wound up being about 4 a.m. On the Pacific coast. You know, the traditional wisdom is that you should send it so that it hits maybe around 7 a.m. Pacific time, because then it's still 10 a.m. Atlantic time, and everybody kind of gets it. You know, but 4 a.m. seems quite early, and you know, as far as the conventional marketing wisdom goes. But I sent it anyway. At that time, I trusted the astrology. And what happened, you know, there was a couple offers. I've been making some offers on some DVDs, some CDs that people can get and stuff like that. And I almost didn't send it again because I'd been doing it for a week. Actually, a lot of people got it. But I decided, okay, also based on the astrology, it's like, okay, this is going to be good to make people feel they're taken care of, and to give it like one last, the last few days to be able to do this before I stop doing it, because I don't have unlimited supply, and it's not something I'm making huge money on. It's just something I'm doing for people. Again, this is another thing that's shown by the energy right now, which I'm going to show you how to be able to tell that. But the muhurta, the time wound up being around 4 a.m. The chart looks something like this. Mercury had just gone retrograde back into another sign, and there was other things that didn't make it as favorable based on conventional wisdom as a later time, but I wound up doing it anyway, and this is all April 2nd. These were all new people that bought. I was really pretty surprised. I thought maybe five more people might get it or something like that. You're always going to get something, but it was really kind of overwhelming, and many of these were, well, some of them ordered 2 or 3 items, and it was really successful. And I send my email. This is a business email. I mean, where I talk about forecasts, I talk about the upcoming week. Many of you get my, you get my emails, but I also have little offers in there, and you see that all these that say April 2nd and April 3rd. This is April 2nd. I'm doing this on April 3rd, so. And this is for today, all of these. And these were sent around the same time each day. Actually, because you're not going to see big differences from day to day. I mean, you'll see subtle differences, but often the same time each day for similar kinds of activities sort of maintains for a while. But anyway, I just wanted you to see this case study. This is the typical kind of practical use of astrology that we're going to talk about in the course. This is a practical way that you can use astrology every day. We're constantly doing things that we want a favorable result. Every time we do something, we want it to turn out the way we want it to turn out. Now, that doesn't mean I live ball and chain to astrology and I don't ever make a move without astrology. That's not the case at all. In fact, most things I do are incredibly spontaneous. But what's amazing is when I go back and actually look at the astrology at the moment that made me do that, you can see that it's really there. You can see how I'm really kind of responding to what's naturally going on. And this is what happens after a while. Once you become aware of the cosmos and your channel is open, really, you're just kind of, your spontaneity is actually flowing with the divine force, rather than constantly being like locked up in your own kind of world and not flowing freely. So this is kind of another residual effect of always paying attention to what's going on. So this is what we're going to learn in that course for 2 days in May 12th and 13th. And it's going to be happening actually concurrent to the Shivananda Yoga Ashram's teacher's training, which is an amazing thing to go through. I've actually been through the teacher's training there, but there's going to be like 50 students learning astrology. So all of the satsangs and all of the group meditations and all of the yoga chanting sessions and stuff are going to be full-on packed, with enormous enthusiasm. It's a very inspiring time to be at the yoga ashram because there's going to be all these people learning all this amazing yoga all the time. So it's a really rare opportunity for you to go and not only be in this amazing yoga ashram environment, but also take the astrology information that you've gathered and really learn how to focus it in very practical ways, like I did here just a couple days ago. I thought I would show you this example so that you can see how you can practically use astrology to get the best from the things you want in your life. And that's the way we're supposed to use it. It's not just supposed to, be this thing that helps us spiritually or psychologically, but all of those things are to help us progress and to become successful. They're not separate. They actually run concurrent with each other. So look forward to seeing you there. But go ahead and make your reservations quickly because we don't have a lot of room because there's going to be 40 or 50 people there already taking up all the room. So go ahead and make your reservations now.